I created application 3. Inside that, I created a search and classes folder. Now we can learn about interfaces. Similar to the class, interface also, it's kind of class which is having all unimplemented methods.
చిన్న పని బాబు.
We can start the class after 10 minutes.
నువ్వు ఇంకా అన్ని నుంచి లాగిన్ అవుతావు అనుకుంటా.
Yes. Interfaces. Similar to class, we have interfaces in Java. Interface also kind of .java file. Whenever we create an interface, we have a keyword interface and the interface identifier we can call as a name. We can give the name to the interface, and we have body of the interface. This is syntax of interface creation. Similar to class, we have interfaces. Interface also kind of .java. We can save the interfaces in the .java file. Now we have classes and why we need interfaces here. We have seen the concept of abstraction yesterday. Abstraction, we can achieve the abstraction. Abstraction is a hiding the data. If you want to hide the data, we can create all abstract methods inside the abstract class. We can declare the class as abstract class. So we can tell some data in the class we are hiding in the abstract class. We have abstract class. Inside abstract class, we can declare implemented methods or abstract methods. But coming to interface is fully abstract. We cannot define any implemented methods. Inside interface, no implemented methods. Inside abstract class, we can define any implemented methods and abstract methods. But inside the interface, all are abstract methods. If you want to achieve full of data hiding, you can go to the interface. See, in Java, we don't have multiple inheritance using the classes. If you do multiple inheritance by using the class, we'll get the compile time errors. Java will support multiple inheritance only for the interface. By using interface, we can achieve multiple inheritance. If the question is, can we achieve multiple inheritance using the classes? The answer is no. We cannot achieve multiple inheritance using the classes, but we can achieve multiple inheritance only using the interfaces of Java. We'll go and take the examples. I'm just saving this in the application. I'm saving into the application 3. I'll take a new file where I'll create one interface. Similar to class, we have interface. Interface, I declare interface here. Here I'll declare one abstract method. This method is having only signature of the method. It's not having any implementation. So we can call this as abstract method. we declare this method type as abstract. If you're not giving abstract keyword also, by default it will consider as abstract inside the interface. I have class manager. If you want to inherit the members of the class into the another class, we have extends keyword. But if you want to implement the interfaces, we have implements keyword. Class manager implements CA. Inside if you implement any interface, whatever abstract methods are there inside the interface, we must implement in the subclass of the interface. Now here manager is a subclass of the interface here. Public void test. Here if you not implement this public void test from the interface here, we'll get compile time error. System.println of test. Now I'll create a default executable method public void main of string args. Here we can't create object to the interface a1 equal to new a because the interface is not implemented fully. It's just a prototype. We can call it as just a blueprint. If you want to create object to the interface prototype, we have to implement all methods inside the subclass of the interface. Then we can use it. Here I will create object to the manager. Created object to the manager by using new operator. Manager.test. I'm just saving this as a manager.java in the src folder. In application 3 src, I'm saving it as a manager.java. Save this. To compile and run, we need a command prompt. Windows or CMD. It will open the command prompt. Now, first we have to see where our file .java file is saved. Our .java file is saved in the V drive program application 3 src. Alt tab. To go to the any drive name : it will go to the V drive. Go to the program / application 3 / src. Now I am going to the src folder. javac -d / classes manager.java. I am saving the manager class and compiling this by using the javac command. Comparison success. We go to the classes. By using Java command, we can run any Java class. Java manager. We got a test. Now file. Interface B. I have void test. Whatever methods you are declaring in the interface, by default, all methods are public abstract. If you are not giving public abstract also, by default, the compiler, whenever it is compiling the interface B, it will make the method as a public abstract void test. And inside the interface, we can declare the variables also. The variable is public static final. By default, if you're not giving the variable as a public static final, whenever we declare any variable, int A, int B, something like, if you declare any variable, the variable will by default converting it as a public static final. Now I have interface C. Void test1 int test2. I just declared two unimplemented methods inside the interface C. Now I will create a class manager1 implements interface B, comma interface C. We can implement any number of interfaces into the one single class. Here I am implementing B interface and C interface. Whenever we are calling implements B, comma C, whatever unimplemented methods are there, abstract methods are there inside the B interface and C interface, we must implement in the manager one. What is the implementation? Implementation means you can create a method with the body, void test of body. I'm just printing system out dot println of test. Now I have implemented the test method with the body. In the body, I just printing the system out dot println of test. Now I want to implement the all unimplemented methods of C interface. System dot out dot println of test1. Now I'll implement the another method into test2. Test2 system dot out dot println of test2. Inside the system out dot println, I gave a test2 return int. Now default executable method public static void main works. Inside the public static main method, I am creating object to the manager one class. How to create the object to the manager class? Manager one identifier of the manager one reference. By using new operator, we can create object to the manager one class. Now I can call all the members of interface C and interface B. Manager one dot test. Manager one dot test1. Manager one dot test2. See, now whenever we are compiling the manager one, now first it will compile the all implements interfaces. It will compile all interfaces B and C. Inside the B and C interface, if you declare any implemented method, we will get compile time error. It will check in the interface B and C also, the compiler, whether any compile time errors are there or not. If there is no compile time errors, it will generate the data file to the interface also. Then after compiling the all B and C, first it will compile the implemented methods. Here we implemented the test method. The test method return type is void, so we are just printing system.println of test. We no need of returning any value. The return if the return type is void. Then we have void test1 method, unimplemented method inside the class C. That also I have implemented it, and I gave a body as a system.println of test1. The return type is void. We no need of returning any value. Yeah. But here into test2, here return type is integer, but I am not returning any value here. We must return the value integer value. Otherwise, we will get compile time error. Return 100. Now inside the public static void main string args manager1 equal to new manager1 manager1 dot test. I am calling all the methods and just taking the value, whatever return value test2 is returning, I am just taking into the integer variable. Return value equal to, I am storing into the one variable. That value I am printing. System dot out dot println of return value. Here, as I mentioned earlier, we have a method void test, unimplemented method. If the method by default, if we're not giving the method as abstract or public, by default it is a public and abstract inside interfaces. Whenever we are implementing that public method, public abstract method into the subclass of the interface, the method should be the public. Here I not declare this method as a public. We must put that method as a public. Otherwise, we'll get compile time error. We'll see in the whenever we compile this. Now I not declare this as a public to test whether it will give any compile error or not. I'll give it public later. First, I will save it manager1.java. Go to SRC. Manager1.java. I'm compiling it. Now we got the attempting to assign weaker access privileges. We got error attempted to assign the weaker access privileges. As I said, the interface is having by default all public abstract methods. Inside the interface, all methods should be public abstract. If we not declare public abstract, by default the compiler will take care of giving that methods as a public abstract. And all variables of interface is public static and final. Now, whenever we are implementing that interface methods, we must implement that methods as a public method. Otherwise, we will get compile time error because in Java we have access modifiers. If we go to access modifiers, we have 4 access modifiers. First one is private. Second one is default. Third one is protected. Fourth one is public. In case of implementation, if the method access modifier is public in the superclass or super interface, whenever we are implementing that method, the method should be the public. If you make the method as a default or private or protected, we'll get the compile time error. Now, if the public is the most generic access modifier, if the method is a public, whenever we are implementing, that should be public. If you make that method as a private or default or protected, we'll get compile time error. Now in our class, here by default, this int test2 method is a public in the interface. If you not declare also, by default it is a public. Whenever we are implementing this int test2 method, we must implement it as a public. But here I am declaring it as a default. Default means if you are not giving any private, protected or public keywords to the method, that method is a default access specifier. We can't decrease the access modifier level. Public is the most generic one. From most generic to most specific, we can't go. If it is the most generic, go to the public only. If you go down, it will leave compile time error. Now I will make it as a public. Now this implementation is correct. We can learn more about the access modifiers in the next classes. Now we can go with this interface concept. Now I saved it. Compile this again. Now compilation success. Go to the classes. Running our class, you can use Java command, Java manager one. First we got a test and test one. Test 2 is returning integer value. The integer value I am storing into the one variable return val. I am printing that value. Go to the new file. I have class D. Void method one. Inside the method one, I am just printing system.println of method one. Now insert the class D. This class is a not abstract class. This is a concrete class. It is not having any abstract methods. I'm taking abstract class E. Void method 2. This abstract class is a class which is having abstract methods. If we're not giving any abstract method also, we can declare the class as abstract. That is also possible. If your class is abstract class, we cannot create object to the abstract class directly. If the class is if we have interface, we cannot create object to the interface directly. You can see that also here. Interface. F void method 3. Class manager 3 extends class E, implements class F. If you have a class, for the class, we can extend a single class, extends class E, but I can implement multiple classes. Now class manager 3, I am extending class E. Class E is abstract class and implements of class F. We have class interface G. We can implement class F comma G. Here we can't extend class E comma D. D also the class, concrete class. If you want, we can extend D also here, but I am not doing that. Only we can extend only single class. In case of classes, we can extend only one class. We can't extend multiple classes, D comma E, C comma E, something like that. But if you go to interfaces, we can implement any number of interfaces. If you have 10 interfaces, you can implement by giving the comma. Now, I'm creating, whenever we are extending class E is abstract class. Whatever abstract methods are there inside the class E, we must implement in the manager 3. Here, I just implement directly void method 2. I'm just giving body to the method 2. In case of abstract class, even though the method is not a by default public abstract. If we not declare the method is abstract, but it is by default it is taken as abstract only. It is not going as a public abstract. But in interfaces, that is a public abstract. Now, whenever I am overriding the method of class E, I am overriding as a default access modifier here. I'm not giving any public. If you're not giving also, we won't get any compile error, because in abstract class, the method is an abstract method, not a public abstract method. System.println of method 2. Now we have to implement the interface F method 3. Here, whenever we are implementing any interface methods, we have to use a public keyword. Public void method 3. I implemented all unimplemented methods of abstract class E and interface F. Now I am going and implementing the public static void main method. Inside the main method, I'm creating object to the manager 3. By creating object to the manager 3 class, we already extended abstract class E methods and implements the interface F methods. We can use that methods using the object of manager 3. Manager 3 dot method 2. Manager 3 dot method 3. Here, if you want to access our class D, we have to create object to the class D and we can use it. Because if you have any concrete class, we can create object the concrete class directly and we can use it. E1 dot method 1. Just saving this class as a manager t dot Java. Now go to the SRC. Now compile this. Manager 3 dot Java. Saving this as a manager 3 dot Java. Now compile it. Whenever we are using any keywords, the keyword name should be the correct. VSTRACT. That keyword is wrong in this. See, if we go to the abstract class, if you go to abstract, declaring abstract class, by default I have not given any abstract keyword, but it is asking, compile is asking, we must give the abstract keyword. Otherwise, in abstract class we can declare the concrete methods also, implemented methods. So if you not give abstract keyword, it will consider this as a concrete method, and at the end we don't have body for this concrete method, so we'll get the compile time error. We have to remember, in case of abstract class, if we declare any unimplemented methods, we must give as a abstract. In case of interface, if you're not giving any abstract keyword also, by default it will take as a public abstract. Now compilation is success. Now I am running this using Java command. Got output of method 2. Method 2 is a method from the abstract class. Abstract method, we have implemented it in the manager 3 class. And method 3 is a abstract method in the interface. We have implemented in the manager 3 class. And method 1 is from the class D.